Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem HaKadosh, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to all of the Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. My name is Akalia, and this is a prophecy update regarding the prophecy of World War III. In Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14, it says, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." All right, so the second woe is World War II, and the third woe is World War III. All right, so World War III is a part of Bible prophecy, and as you know, if you take a look at the world, you can clearly see that World War III is on its way. It's incoming. All right, all of the tensions, right, among these sovereign nations, you can see that it's all building up, and every single step along the way regarding Bible prophecy, you can see it building up day by day. And you have the major player, one of the major players in this World War III, which is Russia, right? You have Russia and her allies, which Russia has aligned with the heathen to join them, right? Such as Iran and the so-called African nations, and soon to be Turkey as well, right? And the other nations that are in the BRICS, okay? That's one side, and then you have the US and NATO and the European Union, all right? And you may be thinking, well, you mentioned Turkey, but Turkey is a part of Bible prophecy where Turkey will be on the side of Russia as it pertains to the book of Ezekiel chapter 38, all right? So they will join Russia in battle, right, against America, NATO, the European Union, and the State of Israel. All right, so these are all the major players that you keep an eye on, and how they're developing things, and how they're developing these missile systems, because the next thing as well are these missiles. These missiles are very important. They have a purpose. All right. Yahweh Shemishai has given Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today, the wisdom to create this technology. And this technology will be used against them to destroy America, which is Mr. Babylon the Great. All right. It says in Isaiah 54 and verse 16, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." Right. So they were given this knowledge, man, to create all of these ICBM missiles, which are, they call it extremely destructive, which it is extremely destructive. And it will be used, those missiles will be used to destroy America. In Revelation chapter 9, I believe it talks about the number of them, right, which is 200,000, right? So that is about, what, 200 million. And that may be unfathomable to some people, but there are no limits to the power of Yahweh Shemishai. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is the number of missiles that will be hitting America. And this world war to come, it says in, I think it's Isaiah maybe 9 and 6 or 5. It's 5. Okay, it says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood," right? Because all previous wars have been fought in this kind of way. Even history has shown it itself that, it's, you have the footmen, and the footmen have their weapons or whatever it is. But this one, it says, "But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire," right? With burning and fuel of fire, right? And that's what these ICBM missiles are, man. They are extremely destructive weapons of mass destruction, of great fire, right? And there's a term out here in the world that is called MAD, MAD, which is mutually assured destruction, which includes the ICBM missiles. Because if one country shoots missiles at another country, it's mutually assured destruction, right? That's how they say it. So, yeah, man. But the prophecy is that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, okay, by way of these ICBM missiles, and Yahushua is going to return before the missiles hit America. Yahushua is going to deliver the 1/3 out of America, right? And 2/3 of our people will be destroyed in America. So Yahushua is coming to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, and Yahushua will also be delivering the elect from the four corners of the earth. Before, and so in America, before the missiles hit, the elect will be delivered, and then America will be destroyed. All right, and Yahushua is also going to aid in that destruction, by way of the chariots, which are the so-called UFOs in this world, right? So all of these things are coming, okay? And we're seeing how it's all being developed day by day, okay? Because Bible prophecy is at the forefront of things, because we're at the end of the rulership of the so-called white man, his temporary kingdom, okay? And it says Russia unveils new lineup of missile systems threatening global security, from Natural News, okay? So General Sergei Karakiv announced Russia's development of advanced missile systems, including the Osino, which are on par with existing avant-garde and Oreshnik systems. All right, so the Lord has kept the spirit on Russia to keep, building these missiles, to be in a mindset of war, which is spoken about in Ezekiel chapter 38. All right, Russia is enhancing its deterrence forces with the deployment of Yar's intercontinental ballistic missiles and the RS-28 Sarmat, capable of reaching the US via the South Pole and evading current ABM missile systems. The Oreshnik hypersonic ballistic missile, which made its debut in a strike on Ukraine, is scheduled for mass production in 2025, raising concerns for NATO and the United States. Russia's missile advancements are seen as a response to NATO's expansion and the deployment of American missile systems in Eastern Europe. The Kremlin has signaled its readiness to counter any perceived threats. With the New START treaty, START treaty, set to expire in 2026, there are concerns that Russia may increase the number of warheads on deployed missiles, potentially destabilizing international security and sparking a new arms race. Okay, so that is the summary of it all. And then it has the rest of the article, which is actually, a bit long. But Oreshnik missile set for mass production in 2025. And, that's going back to the same Isaiah, man. They were created for a purpose, right? And to destroy, and to eventually destroy America. Okay? This is all happening. And Russia is a very important part of Bible prophecy, right? Russia themselves, I've spoken about Ezekiel 38, so the Spirit is telling me to bring it out. Okay? So Ezekiel 38 and verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech, and Tubal, and prophesy against him. So Gog and Magog is referring to the Russians as they dwell in that land where Gog and Magog once dwelt. Right now, the Russians, they are Edomites. They're so-called white people. All right, but they dwell in that land where Gog and Magog once dwelt. All right, and you can take a look at a Bible map, and you'll see that very clearly, okay? And say, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I'll turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I'll bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. So they're going to have the spirit put upon them by Yahweh Shemeshai to go to war, and we're seeing that build up. All right, Russia's in a very right now with the situation with Ukraine, just today there has been more back and forth conflict, okay, with even a great company, bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. So the great company are the allies of Russia, Persia, which is Iran, Ethiopia, and Libya. Those are the so-called African nations, and you can take a look at, you can do some research for yourself, and you will be able to see the relationship between Russia and Iran, and Russia and these so-called African nations, which are the Hamites, right? All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. And this is the same situation as the Gog and Magog situation. This is referring to Turkey, right? as the same thing. They dwell in that land today. Okay, so Turkey is in fact going to be siding with Russia and her allies. And even with that, you can clearly see, based off of news, if you do some research, that Turkey is slowly but surely moving away from its current alliance and becoming closer to the other side, which is Russia and her allies. That is literally happening. Why? Because it's all Bible prophecy, so it will happen, it will come to pass. Okay? So it says, be thou prepared, prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So Russia's a guard unto its allies. Okay? So Russia has a very important part in the Bible prophecy, man. And regarding this World War III, and it talks about the Medes, right? In let's see, Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 17, right? It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes, talking about the Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, right? Their bows also shall dash the young men. What bows? The missiles, right? The young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, right? Babylon referring to America, the beauty of the Chaldees, which is the Edomites, as they're the ones that are ruling at this period of time. Okay, excellency shall be when Yahweh Shemishai overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And Sodom and Gomorrah went by way of fire, right? It was by way of fiery destruction, and it is the same way that America will be going, and America will be destroyed in the span of 1 hour. Revelation chapter 18. All right, and this Isaiah chapter 13, Isaiah verse 13, chapter 13, Salakio, describes what's going to happen to America. Like, when you go further down, it will no longer be inhabited, and it will have, as it says, wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, verse 21, and stuff like that. So America is going to be utterly destroyed, man, and Russia is going to play a major part in that, Russia and her allies. And it's not only that, but as well, something is going to happen between America and her own allies, where in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, it says that they shall hate the whore and burn her with fire. And when you look at what's going on right now, right, with regarding that prophecy, you can see how America is, against the European Union in certain kinds of ways. You know what I'm saying? And I did a video on that recently as well. But all of these things are happening, and it's beautiful to see. A little bit more on Russia, Jeremiah 51 and verse 11. Make bright the arrows. What are the arrows? The missiles. Gather the shields. The Lord Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, talking about the Russians, for his devices against Babylon, talking about America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple, right? So, America is just going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, man, and Russia is a very important part in this prophecy, and that's why you see this happening, That's why you see it's all happening. And then the fate of America, further fate of America, and it's in several places within the scriptures, man, the destruction of America, okay? But here I want to bring it from, I think, 2nd Esdras chapter 15. All right, and I'm gonna start at verse 40. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up full of wrath, and the star, that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out every high and eminent place. And horrible star, what's that horrible star? The missiles, right? The missiles, when you look at it, when you're on ground and you look at it up in the sky, and they're up there and they're coming down, they look like a star, before impact, right? Fire and hail and flying swords and many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. And they shall break down the cities and walls, mountains and hills, trees of the wood and grass of the meadows, and their corn. Yeah, America is going to be utterly destroyed and wasted by Yahweh Shemishai. All right. And they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon, which is America, and make her afraid. Okay, they shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto the heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her, which you can read about that in Revelation chapter 18, right? So yeah, man, this is all coming, and it's all building up, and we're getting closer each and every single day. So, remain faithful, all right? So with that, all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai Bashim Shalom.